Welcome back, Luna Token. Today we'll be going over some more supportive tweets, as well as at the end of this video we'll go over the price predictions, and I'll show you guys how to identify what range we're trading in while we scap, or what I call gap and go trading. So welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, providing you guys some financial awareness and some insights into the markets. Okay, so we're going to dive right in. We still need some time to figure out how we will be pivoting the Polygon protocol, but we'll do whatever I can to help rebuild, even if it's from scratch. Okay, so that's right here. From shout out to Lu Mo Wu, I think is how you say his name. And then we have Terra Bay, Terra Governance Prop 1623 has our full support. I want you guys, if you're rocking with Luna Token, especially if you're one of those who's saying, can Luna get back to 1 cent? Can it get back to $1? This is something that we're going to want to do. We're going to want to come over here, make sure we like and retweet everything going on with Luna Token, of course, right? Go ahead and show our support to the whole Luna community as we continue to progress. So right now we're going to get right into these price predictions and show you guys what range we're in. Last night I had a live feed running because I wanted you guys to just kind of participate. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. And just to let you guys know that there's going to be more live feeds on live trading going on this channel. This is just the beginning. But right now I want to show you guys what range we're trading in and how we can identify that, right? So right now we have this 1359. Those who were a part of the live stream, we were doing some gap and go trades live while I was in the chat. And also just showing people what range. We're between the 1359 and marching up to 1900. And we can see that when we scroll down. Let's get our horizontal line down. Let's get this right out, right? So let's get our horizontal line. If you see this green line in the back of the Ichimoto cloud, the drag line, it helps you identify these the supports to make it like more secure, right? You see how it spiked, it hit right here. Notice that this is where we tapped in this area and also where we had the breakout. Notice that we never held that support. That's the same line where that drag line, that green one, hit. So doing the same thing, moving up to right here where I wanted the that resistance really to be about 1900 because there's a psychological barrier. But if we look at the drag line and we see where we tapped twice right here, the green one came down and then down again. That's going to help me identify that that's that barrier after that psychological barrier. It's actually like 1927, a little bit lower, to be exact. Right around there, right in this range, right? And we're trading inside this range. Right here, we had a false breakout. This is on the hourly chart. We have the dots on the top, right? So as far as the hourly goes, right now, we're trading to the right. We broke out of our last channel, right? We had this channel before, down to 964 to 1359. Boom, we broke right out of it. We started making higher lows. That's the same thing that we are technically doing right now. We'll see if we can hold the support and start a new channel right up in here. If we notice on the drag line right here, it's tapped before. Boop, boop, 2 times, right? And we notice that we could be holding right above here. We notice that there's this kind of support and resistance line that's playing along this line. I like to kind of just leave the range a little bit wider, right? So I can just see it a little bit better as far as, okay, we have the MACD still kind of tight. As far as this range right here, because you have longer ranges. Look at when this dot flipped on the 1 hour chart, when it flipped over the first time, and we have it's been oversold, and the MACD, although it's not showing us right now because of volume, we have the MACD in our favor, and we started climbing up, making higher lows. We're going to have something like that play out again, most likely finding support either on this 1359 or volume starts to step in. It could be a little bit higher. It could be right in this range, right where we're at right now, and start to trade between this 1787 and this 1922. And what we could do to kind of help a little bit, we'll just lower the time frames a little bit. Go into the half hour, see how it's going to look right now, and see what we have. See if that trend is reversing around. Okay, so we have dots on the bottom on the 30-minute chart, right? And we can kind of see where, we have that false breakout, still making higher lows after the support, higher low. Let's mark that up so you guys can help identify. Those who are new to the channel, I highly advise you guys watch the rest of the Luna channels or any of my price prediction channels. So like that, you guys can learn how to identify and how to make the chart look like this. Adding the Heiken Ashi candles helps you find this support level and start to identify when we're making higher lows. If you do not have the Heiken Ashi candles, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Is it impossible? No, I'm not saying it's impossible. But as far as for me, it's a lot more easier to identify higher lows compared to when the candles look as so. See how we got more red, green, red, green, red, green? A little bit harder for me. That's for me at least, you know. Everybody's not the same. You're going to create your own style as you move along. You're going to pick up these tips and tricks, and you're going to create your own style as you continue to grow as a trader, especially if you're gap and go trading like me, or learning from this channel. So right now, we see that on the 30-minute chart, we have the MACD showing that we got selling pressure because the candles are solid, right? Solid red candles. We have the MFI that kind of went over 2 times and it's starting to kind of point downwards. We have the candles coming down, right? We have the dots separating a little bit. And one thing that you'll notice is the breakouts break out through the red and the downturn goes down through the green. Breakout through the red, down through the green. And then a breakout through the red again. And it kind of makes this number 8 shape. If you notice, it's an ugly number 8. This goes one circle. And here goes the other circle. Later on, I'll be telling you guys of an indicator I made up myself. It's called the Infinite Rico chart. And it's about this basically what goes up must come down and what goes down must go up. And what is just now leaving is now showing up, and what just showed up is now leaving. So it's this infinity 8 sign that's happening over and over and over, which we're going to see something like that play out right here, tapping this 1359 area. Now we're going to layer this chart one more time. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart. And see if we have the same thing, right? We have selling pressure on the MACD because the candles are solid. The MFI is kind of pointing up, so we might try to hold this baby channel right here. But these channels right here, they're usually around that 61.8 average. If they hold, then we break back out. But if we don't hold, we test that original prior support. How is it a prior support? Because we got rejected there before. You'll notice wherever we get rejected, eventually that becomes a support. We got rejected right here. This is something that we always get to see a lot. Those who've been following my channel for a while know what's up when I used to put this, this little arrow like so. Because there goes that breakout. Wherever we get rejected, the price gets rejected. We build up enough momentum, we break through. Most likely, we have a Wyckoff pattern. Go look up the Wyckoff pattern, please. If you guys want to start making money trading cryptos, even when the markets are red, while you're waiting on your moonshots to get to the moon, no pun intended, this being Luna, this is one way that you guys can, and that's identifying this Wyckoff that we might have tapping right here, going through the green line and breaking back out. I see the volume stepping back in, the sentiment's getting better. So this is something that I can see that will continue to grow. Let's break down the chart to the 5-minute or to the 10-minute chart. Let's just go through all the time frames. Let's layer this up for this morning, get everybody on the same page, and then, we can just continue our day with seeing which way Luna is trading at the moment. So we have a dot just placed on the top on the 10-minute. So what I'm saying is correct. It looks like we're going through the green as we usually do. We're going to go through the green cloud, most likely find the support right here, which is healthy. Why? Because it's where we have prior resistance and where we broke out eventually. Okay, we find support. Let's go ahead and layer the chart one more time. If you guys have been liking this video, if you guys are learning tips and tricks along the way, be sure to like and subscribe. Put some comments, ask some questions down below, just so you guys know none of this is financial advice. I'm only bringing financial awareness, okay? So we see that indication where we broke through this green channel, right? Go ahead and smash that like button for me. We broke through this green channel. We see that it's true, right? So we're marching down, even on the 5-minute chart. We got dots on the top, selling pressure on the MACD. Volume is not looking green. And if we scroll down a little bit to get it into perspective, we have the MFI pointing down again, most likely waiting to get oversold to bounce back up. Do I think it's going to break underneath this level? I don't think so. I think we might hold this 1359 and continue to ride back up. There's a lot of people starting to scalp this. As volume starts to pick up, they're going to gap and gold this, and we're going to start to create a rising price floor as time starts to pass. As the dust starts to settle with the Luna fiasco or whatnot, and people start to gain trust and start to hear that, hey, this person's making money, that person's making money. That's just what people like to do. They're going to follow and see if they can scalp it themselves, right? And then we're going to see that support 1359 to test back up to that 1900 being the psychological barrier, and then that true one being that 1922. I know it's not marked, but we're going to give a give or take kind of cushion right there. Let's go back to that 1 hour chart, and we'll see this play out as time passes by. Okay, we see the dots being separated on the 1 hour chart, so that helps me. That tells me that it's not going to be for very long. That we're probably going to just trade sideways, going through this green cloud, and then it's going to create the red one where we break out again. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Come back where we experience the abundance of money. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.